For the tic-tac-toe project, for the white box, I chose to pick between two pieces that we read this semester and create and discuss the similarities of theme and or literary devices used. I chose a literary device between Shakespeare's Sonnet 130 and Queen Elizabeth's speech at Tilbury. The literary device I chose was imagery because in both writings, imagery was used a lot and it was very evident throughout it. In Queen Elizabeth's speech, imagery was very vivid during the quote, "To lay down for my God and for my kingdom and my people my honor and my blood even in the dust." Unquote. I think imagery is portrayed here because she talks about she takes the battle going on to show how hard it is in the battlefield. She talks about how she would lay down her life for her people and kingdom by describing the extent of that in her writing. Quote, "I myself will be the general judge, the rewarder of everyone of your virtues in the field." Unquote. I really thought this painted a picture because she showed her authority over the people and how she was going to honor everyone that served in the battle to help her kingdom. Imagery was also used in Shakespeare's Sonnet 130 and was very evident. Imagery was used to talk about the mistress and her eyes, breast, hair, cheeks, voice, breath, and the way she walked. The imagery used to describe her mistress really painted a picture for the whole scene. My favorite imagery when reading this was when Shakespeare described his mistress as walking. Quote, "My mistress, when she walks, treads on the ground. At yet, by heaven, I think my love as rare as any she belied with false compare." Unquote. I like how Shakespeare compares her moving to be able to tread on the ground and how he compared her love to be rare to be like heaven. A similar theme I saw between the Sonnet 130 and Queen Elizabeth's speech at Tilbury was love. When reading Sonnet 130, a quote that really stuck out to me was that I love to hear her speak, yet well I know that music hath a far more pleasant sound. Shakespeare uses love throughout most of his sonnets, but his comparison to her voice to music to his ears was really breathtaking. Love fits into Queen Elizabeth's speech at Tilbury because her love towards her people. You can see love from the beginning of the speech when she addresses everyone as her loving people. But I tell you that I would not desire to live to distrust my faithful and loving people. Unquote. She tells her people that she is to remain faithful to them no matter what happens throughout the battle going on. Her speech was full of love for her country and her loyal subjects. Overall, there are very similar literary devices and themes from Shakespeare's Sonnet 130 and Queen Elizabeth's speech at Tilbury. Imagery and love were expressed in both writings, and it really helped paint a better picture throughout the plots.